The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There's my girl. QST, calling all amateurs to the BeaconNet pre-show. Sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association right here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, 147 Mark 390, positive offset, and a PO tone of 114 Mark 8. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 o'clock Eastern. That's 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-in start a half hour beforehand. That's what this is. This is a controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass your net control. Your net control operator this evening is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo. Just Nick. This is a link system. So when you're keying up, key up for a couple of seconds before you start talking, and hang on for a second or so. At the end, we do want to hear everything you have to say. When checking in, please give your call sign phonetically and alphanumerically, your name and location. I think that's all I got. So, we're going to do a couple rounds of check-ins, and I'll go back through the list. See you sticking around for the big show at the top of the hour. We got a couple of trivia questions coming up. And we'll see who's just here to say hi, wave, and see if they got anything to say tonight. First, let's check in with tonight's BeaconNet crew. Dustin, we're doing it again. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG calling you for the Mickey Mouse roll call. What's up, Dustin?
KD8SLG and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8EPC, live from the kitchen table on the HT. We're running Allstar tonight because there's thunder and lightning and my antenna's disconnected. So the HT's got a full battery. We got the laptop sitting here on the table in front of us. NetLogger's open and all should be well in the world. I wanted to thank you again for getting Chuck in there. Today is his 76th birthday, so that was cool to hear him and be able to say hello and happy birthday to him. That's all, Nick. We'll be ready at the top of the hour. KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
KD8EPC, KD8SLG, All-Star sounds good tonight, man. Stay right where you are. And it's kind of fun working at a different station like that, isn't it? And thank you. I'm glad you talked to Chuck. I wasn't around. I didn't get here as quick as I usually do. So I'm glad you talked to him. And happy birthday, Chuckles, if you're still listening out there somewhere. We're going to clear the KD8EPC. Sounds good, Dustin. Let's talk to Josh and Lucy, W8HRF. Josh, you're up first, man. How you doing tonight?
KD8SLG, W8HRF. Oh, goodness, this rubber duck antenna has a 3-to-1 SWR. Oh, if I touch it, it fixes it. There we go. 1.5. Perfect. I am part of the antenna. I am the counterpoise. I guess that is how that's supposed to work now that I think about it. Anyways, yeah, I've got a main trivia all ready to go. And we are also on the Allstar Node tonight because of all the ridiculous amounts of lightning. So we're on the 705, and let me know if I need to turn the mic gain down. So back to you. Looking forward to it. KD8SLG, W8HRF. 17 days to field day.
I think the mic gain's okay. It's a little bit loud, but don't bother playing with it, and you sound great, man. And yeah, 17 sleeps to field day. It's getting exciting, isn't it? I'm getting excited. We're going to clear with WHRF, who sounds great. Let's see how Lucy sounds tonight. K8YUK, KD8SLG.
KD8SLG, K8YUK. I'm here. I'm on the same radio Josh is on. And if it sounds good with Josh, sounds good to me. K8YUK, I'm here with all trivia. Back to you.
Are you guys going to take turns being the counterpoise to the antenna? That's the big question tonight. Thanks for being here, Lucy. It was fun hearing Miss Betty on the Boredom Breaker Net this afternoon. Thanks for stopping by. That was cool. All right. Flying business. That's it for the team tonight. I'm going to tell you who's on the list so far, and then I'll take a couple rounds of check-ins, and we'll start talking to people. KJ5 MCV, I almost put you in there, Ryan, with the rest of the crew, but you know what? You're first up anyway, so hang on, buddy. You're on the list. Who else do we have? K0, KDW, Brad from Missouri. W3TV, Eddie from Maryland was in and out. He's got a headache. He's taking a nap. Sleep well, Eddie. KF8G, Brian's in here. WB4AIZ, Chuckles down in Florida is in and out. Happy birthday, Chuckles. K5CFY, Ray, you're on the list in slot number 10. KC0LRM, Kelly, I saw you. K8QKO, Nick at Night. Looking forward to talking to you. Excuse me, that was a completely uncontrolled and unexpected cough. All right, I'm back. Nick and Knight, that's where I left off. KI5TAQ, Taco Tim's on the list. W2JLS, my brother from another mother. KD8OTQ, Scott, good to see you tonight, Scott. N5KBD, Pete, will he speak tonight? That is the big question. And, of course, there's Andy, EB8MO, and just popping up on the blue screen, I'm getting him on the list, KC8FQV. It's a net now, Mark. That's who's on the list so far. Who else is out there tonight? It's KDSLG taking early check-ins for the Beacon Net. I'm listening.
WAAKOC in and out this evening. You folks have a great net. Enjoy the trivia, and we'll talk soon. Back to net.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor, K6KJV, Kevin Valley Springs, California.
Kilo Juliet 5, Mike, Charlie Victor, KJ5MCV, Ryan, pulling around in Oklahoma now, boys.
Kilo Foxtrot 6, Peace on Earth, Christian in and out. See you, Nick.
KF8FIE, Bob in Uniontown, Ohio, in and out.
All right, let me grab it here. I got to clean up a few. WAKOC, Fred, you're in there at the beginning. I got you in and out. Thanks for stopping by, man. And then you completely walked all over somebody. I'll have to get back there. K6KJV, Rev Kev, you're on the list, my man. Good to hear you tonight. KF6POE, Christian was in and out. And the last one, I heard KF8FIE, but I don't think that's right. Can you come back? You're very quiet. I'm going to turn up my volume. Give me your call sign again, please, twice phonetically.
KF8FIT, Kilo Fox Alpha, Fox India Tango, Bob, Uniontown, Ohio, in and out.
All right, there we go, Bob. Thank you very much. T and E sounding the same to me tonight. I got a cold. Thanks, man. KF8 FIT. Thanks, Bob. And I missed somebody in there at the beginning. Who did I miss at the beginning? Please come back.
KF8 GGM, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Golf Golf, Mike, Matt in Lorraine.
And Kilo Juliet 5, Mike, Charlie, Victor, KJ5MCV, Ryan, mobiling around in Oklahoma.
Yeah, Ryan, you're number 5 on the list tonight, man. I had you from when you talked to Dustin earlier. So, yeah, I didn't even recognize you there. I didn't acknowledge you. I was trying to think about those other folks. I couldn't get in there. Matt, I heard you that time. KF8GDM coming in on the 700 machine, it appears. Matt and KE8QFT, he just joined us in the blue screen. So, Uncle Fred, you're in there. One more round of check-ins. Anybody else out there? Early check-ins for the Beacon Net. This is KD8SLG. I'm listening.
WB9, WVB, Kurt, Oklahoma.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Delta Tango Alpha, KF8, DTA, Jeff in New Franklin.
Kilo Charlie 8, Yankee Kilo Papa, Brian, Shelby, Ohio.
All right, let me grab have it there. They said we had K8QFT, Uncle Fred's in there. WB9 station, don't run away. I got WB9, and that's it. I got WVV, that's not resolving. I'll get back to you in a second. KF8DTA, Jeff, I got you on the list. And KC8YKP, Brian, talk to you this afternoon. Welcome to the BeaconNet. WB9 station, can you please come back and give me your call sign phonetically, please?
Whiskey Bravo 9, Whiskey Victor Bravo, Kurt, Oklahoma. Yeah, I know it's a tongue twister.
All right, Kurt, I got you that time. I recognize the voice, but I couldn't put it all together, so a few more times. But yeah, that the V's and the B's at the end, man, they're just rolling all into sounding the same. I got you in there, Kurt. Thanks. WB9, WVB. Whew, that is a tongue twister. All right, let's go to the top of the list. Tell you who we got here. Checking into the BeaconNet, which is going to start in about 19 minutes. Here on the WKY repeater, I'm KD8SLG, and first up we got KJ5MCV. Very anxious to talk. Ryan, you sound road weary, man. You sound road weary. Are you almost home?
I think I got an hour to go. I was anxious. I had it muted for a minute on a phone call, so missed out. And I reckon I'm going to stick around.
Well, we'll see if we can keep you awake long enough to get home. That's the plan. So, good to hear you, Ryan, and it was fun talking to you a couple times today. Thanks for jumping over on the Food Group Net. They're a fun little bunch there, aren't they?
Yes, sir. I was talking to Dustin about that. What an adorable woman Jeannie is. And, yeah, you can tell she's plugged in. She knows everybody. She cares. It was very cute. I don't say that very often, but it was adorable.
Oh, man, she's about 5'2" of nothing. She smokes like that big boy steam engine, and she got a dog that would knock both of us over at the same time. So there's that. Thanks, Ryan. Got you sticking around. KG5MCV, KD8SLG. Let's go to Missouri, talk to Brad. K0KDW. Brad, you're back. Are you sticking around for the big show tonight?
Hey, K0KDW. Yes, I'll be sticking around. Just finished up my strawberry cinnamon delights. They're much better warm, but surprisingly, they're really good cold from the fridge. So that's a win. And just finished up a new McCafe drink from McDonald's. It was a strawberry watermelon refresher. So that was really good. But yep, I'm sticking around. Looking forward to it. And being at the top of the list, that means I can go to bed early.
All right, man, we'll get you in and out of here, I promise. The watermelon something sounds like mixer to me. Mixer. That's what that sounds like. All right. We're going to clear with K0KDW sticking around. Eddie W3TB was in and out. KF8G, you're up next, Brian. How you doing tonight, buddy? You going to stick around for the big show?
Yep, I plan on sticking around. KF8G.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Thanks, Brian. Good talking to you, man. KF8G, KD8SLG, WB4AIZ, the birthday boy. He was in and out. Chuckles down in Florida. Happy 76. Let's see if Ray's out there. If he survived this afternoon's Boredom Breaker Net. K5CFY, so KD8SLG. Good evening, Ray. How you doing? You sticking around?
K8SLG, K5CFY. I'm hanging around for sure. I lost the internet, so I hadn't been on the net logger yet, but we got the radio going anyway. So anyway, we'll be hanging around there. And fine business there on the first hour today. Appreciate you guys being there. K5CFY.
W8WKY.
Node reminding me who I am. K5 CFY, man, we have fun on Wednesdays. You know what? The boredom breaker net is turning into a great breeding ground for NCOs, I think. And that's a good thing. We need some more of them. Thanks, Ray. We're going to clear with K5 CFY. Who is sticking around? Let's check in with Kelly. Where are you, Kelly? Kansas? Oklahoma? Alaska? The bottom of a bottle somewhere? Where are you, Kelly? KC0LRM, this is KD8SLG. How you doing, Kelly? You sticking around tonight?
KD8SLG, yes, I am sticking around, and I made the barometer net. I made both hours of the boredom breaker net, and hopefully make both parts of this. I guess it'd be like a full Monty or something. But yeah, I'm sticking around.
Some call it the trifecta. I call it a hat trick. I slept through the barometer net this morning. I checked in with Fred way near the end, I think. So good, man. Good time getting in there in the barometer net, hitting them all today. You are the man. I got you sticking around, Kelly. Clear KC0LRM. Let's talk to Nick at night. KE8QKO. KD8SLG. How you doing, Nick? What are you thinking about tonight? Are you going to stick around with us, or are you just here to say hi?
KD8SLG, KE8QKO. I'm probably going to stick around and say hi. I might throw some answers for the trivia and the blue screen, but that's about the best you're going to get from me tonight. Son's out in scout camp this week, so he's doing that, and I'm home, and I'm going to go watch some TV with the wife before bed or something, so instead of staying up for the net. But, hey, we're supposed to have a call this week, though. I don't know when you're available, but, yeah, we should have a conversation. Yeah, aside from that, I will pass it back to you, Nick. KE8QKO.
We're going to have a couple of conversations during that call. Some of them aren't radio friendly. So, good times, Nick. Tomorrow is a great day for me, man. I got no radio scheduled. I think there's a Worcester Club meeting tomorrow night, and maybe I go to that, maybe I won't. But give me a ring tomorrow when you got a few minutes. Cool, cool?
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Probably be afternoon before 3, but somewhere in that noon to 3 window, I'll send you a text and we can do a call.
Awesome. Sounds like a plan. All right, Nick, well, you have fun tonight. We'll watch for those answers. I'll get them in here. We're going to clear with KE8QKO. Man, let's go talk to Taco Tim. KI5TAQ, KD8SLG. How you doing, Taco Tim? Are you staying up to play trivia with us tonight?
Good evening there, Nick. Of course, my wife also says hi to you. Yeah, I'm staying up to play along with you guys on the trivia. And, of course, as far as the Mountain Dew, let's see. I had some of that zero, well, you know, the zero dirty Mountain Dew. That's good. But you should try that Zero Cabo. That Baja Cabo. This is KI5TAQ.
Zero Cabo is my daily driver, Tim. Again, and I got to tell you, the dirty Mountain Dew tastes like Mountain Dew with French vanilla coffee creamer in it. It's a little sweet for me. It's the dessert Mountain Dew. All right, man. I got you sticking around, Tim. I got you sticking around. We're going to clear with KI5TAQ. Let's go up to Fairlawn. Talk to John, my brother from another mother. W2JLS, KD8SLG. Did you make it to the radio room yet, John? And are you sticking around tonight?
KD8SLG. I did not make it to the radio room. I actually went down there and unplugged my antenna right after I got off with you earlier here, and it's just coming down like you should have built an ark a couple of weeks back. It's like, it's like crazy over here. Cats and dogs coming down. But yeah, keep me in there. I might after the storm clears, venture into the radio room. And yeah, thanks for the connection last night. I picked it up around 9:30, and I let them know that we were broadcasting from the whiskey. And I think Ohio was the number 2 collection of calls, so right after Colorado itself. So W2J, let's pass it back. I'll be in there.
All right, John, I got you sticking around tonight. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. Thanks, John. We're going to clear W2JLS. Just want to throw in there KF80RZ. Terry, I saw you out there. I got you on the list. And KY4NB, I got you as well. But right now, we're going to talk to Scott, KD8OTQ up in Worcester. How you doing, Scott? Are you sticking around for the big show tonight?
KD8SLG in the net, KD8OTQ. Nope, just getting my ticket punched tonight. And, that's about it. So we'll say 7-3s, everyone. KD8OTQ.
All right, Scott, your ticket is punched. Your parking has been validated. Thanks for stopping by. Good talking to you, Scott. We'll catch you next time. Hopefully you can stick around. We're going to go with KD8OTQ. The moment is here. N5KBD. N5KBD. This is KD8SLG. Pete, are you out there? And are you sticking around for the big show? Oh, N5KBD. I was hoping we would hear you tonight. Are you out there? Nothing heard. We'll put Pete in and out, as he usually is. All right, let's talk to Andy, my friend Andy, after I identify. This is the W8WKY repeater. You're listening to the BeaconNet pre-show on KD8SLG, and now we're going to talk to Andy, AB8MO. Andy? You sticking around tonight, Andy?
KD8SLG, this is AB8MO. Coming to you through my node. I don't know what's going on 015, but somebody is treating it like a one-way broadcast, so they can just have their fun over there, and I got it on receive, so I'll flip it over when you ask for check-ins there. So for whatever reason, your audio is, I just so happen to have a WSJTX up, so it's seeing the audio peaks, and Nick, your audio is about 20 dB higher than people coming in on the 3.9. So a lot louder. So hopefully I'm sounding okay. Oh, I worked Colorado on FT8 2 meters this afternoon, and that was on my ladder line J pole that's about 3 feet from me, taped to the window. So wild catch on 2 meters today. Back she comes, AB8MO.
AB8MO, that's quite a snag on 2 meters. That's pretty cool, hitting Colorado. And, I'm glad everybody can hear me. How's that? I'm not hearing any difference between the two. And I don't know, I guess I don't have a headset on. I don't have things in my ears. But I'm hearing everybody, and that's what's important to me. And, yeah, I saw 015 keying up. Someone's been keying up WKY as well. This is why we can't have nice things. Andy's sticking around. We're going to clear with AB8MO. Let's talk to Mark. It's a net now. Mark, KC8FQV, KD8SLG. How you doing, Mark? You sticking around tonight?
W8WKY.
All right, we're going to go to Allstar. This is
KF8 FGI. I saw you were doing
what's happening? I was going to come through RF, but
I figured I'd check in.
Not going to work.
Before I missed
we'll go through
the time.
The Allstar site.
Yeah, just coming here.
And we have flashing, things are flashing outside, so
800D.
We'll send it back your way, Andy, or Nick, K7QV.
Cuyahoga Falls. But this is KF8 FGI just doing a check-in. Thank you.
KF8 FGI, this is a controlled net. Nobody's calling for check-ins. Stick around if you'd like to check in. You're more than welcome. Mark, I got you sticking around as well. KC8FQV, thanks, Mark. WAKOC, Fred was in and out. Thanks, Fred. KF8GGM, Matt. How you doing tonight, Matt? You sticking around? KF8GGM, KD8SLG. You there, Matt? Nothing heard. We'll leave you on the list. K6KJV, this is KD8SLG. Rev Kev, how you doing out there in Valley Springs, my man? Maranatha, are you sticking around for the big show tonight?
Hello, Nick, and everyone else on the pre-net here. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, as you said. And yes, I is sticking around. And I could be mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the background QRM that you thought was trying to check in was from, you know who. So I think that's what it was. So back to you, Nick, from K6KJV.
K6KJV, KD8SLG. I got you sticking around, Rev Kev. And no, actually it wasn't. I was watching when Mark dropped off. That was still going on. It was just a double. But we all got to play by the same rules or it turns into chaos. Chaos, I tell you. We'll talk to you later. Rev Kev, K6KJV, KF6POE, Purity of Essence Christian was in and out tonight. KF8FIT, Bob, I got you in and out. And that takes us down to Fred, KE8QFT. Uncle Fred, how you doing tonight? You sticking around or you sleepy?
No, I'm here, Nick. I managed today to, between the time I got up at 0500 and the current time, I must have got a 20-minute nap in there. Then I went bowling. Didn't do my 2-minute walk. But more to follow later. Yep. The morning net, the ungodly hour, the 2 boredom breakers, and this one. 4 Bs for the day. KE8QFT, I'll be here. Back to net control.
All right, Uncle Fred, you've been busy making the rounds on the nets like Mark. So there. Good deal. You got them all today, Fred. I got you sticking around. We're going to clear with Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. Let's go to Kurt with this tongue twister. Let me try it. WB9, WVB. This is KD8SLG. Kurt, are you sticking around for the trivia questions? We're only a couple of minutes away.
Yeah, it looks like I will tonight. Have nothing better to do, so yep, I'll be around, and we'll see how things go. Back to net control, WB9, WVB.
Cool. Glad to have you on board, Kurt. We're going to clear with WB9, WVB. This is KD8SLG, and next up we got KF8DTA, Jeff. Are you sticking around tonight, Jeff? I don't remember.
KF8DTA. I don't think I said I was sticking around or not. I will try. Nick. Nice to hear you. We'll talk to you soon.
There's a Timex lady telling me I'm over my time. I got you sticking around, Jeff. It goes really quick once Dustin starts talking to people. All right, man. We have you sticking around. Stick around if you can. We're clear with KF8DTA. Let's go to Shelby. Talk to Brian. I talked to him this afternoon. KC8YKP. This is KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Brian? You guys sticking around for the trivia questions?
This is KC8YKP. Yeah, I'll stick around. I'm sure I'll get them wrong, but I guess this is where the points don't matter or whatever. So it's a nice, warm summer night, finally. My truck bill said 86 when I just got back home here. I was ready for it. I won't complain about it after the 7 months of crud that we have every year, so just enjoying it. Of course, I say that as I'm sitting inside in the air conditioning. Got my repeater linked into you guys here, and everything seems to be sounding good. For some reason, that Echolink, the audio pulses out real briefly every once in a blue moon. I don't know what that's all about, but anyhow, it's working other than that. So keep up the good work, guys. I'll turn it back to you, KC8YKP.
Echolink's been having some issues. We just updated to the latest version of the software here. There's some of them, but there's still some people out there getting that warbling thing. My recommendation is reboot and give it a try again. Yours wasn't so bad. It dropped out once or twice, but it happened. Good to have you on board, Brian. Got you sticking around. KC8YKP, KD8SLG. Let's go to West Virginia and talk to Terry real quick down at Whiskey Run. KF8ERZ, I saw you sneak in there, Terry. How are you tonight? You guys stay up with us?
KD8SLG, this is KF8ERZ. Good evening, Nick, and yes, sir, I definitely plan on staying for the whole night and taking part in trivia. Thank you for recognizing me there. I'll be on standby. KF8ERZ.
Very good, man. Very good. Cool. And I'll talk to you again in the morning, I'm sure. Or at least I'll hear you. Going to clear with KF8ERZ. We got one more. Scott down in Tennessee. KY4NB. This is KD8SLG. Scott, how you doing tonight, man? You going to stick around for trivia?
KD8SLG, KY4NB, Linda Ellison Barbecues. Hi there, Nick. Yes, I will stick around. Roger that. I'm outside. And I'll enjoy the trivia. Back to net, KY4NB.
The land of Elvis and barbecue. I love it, man. I remember that from Boredom Breaker Net now. Good to hear you tonight, Scott. KY4NB, I got you sticking around. Thanks to everybody who checked in here during the pre-net. I do appreciate it. It's time for Dustin to light up the nighttime airwaves. I'm a little late. Sorry about that, Dustin. KD8PC, this is KD8SLG. Light them up, Dustin.
All right there, Nick. Well, no worries on being late. Give me a time to go get the third beer out of the fridge. Hi. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8PC, and I'll be your net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive FTL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 4496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a direct net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. I'll take multiple rounds of check-in, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linked with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside, and various other networks. So we ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit. Make sure that everything drops so we can hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now.
W8WKY.
All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show, I'd like to check into the Beacon Net. Please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 8 Golf Kilo Oscar KE8GKO Jody in Lafayette. In and out tonight, just giving you a number. Back to net.
Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Hotel Quebec E8 BHQ Benjamin Mobile.
Kilo Charlie 8 Yankee Foxtrot KYFO Andy Medina.
Boy, I don't usually get this many check-ins at the beginning of the hour there. So let's see who we got. We got Andy, KC8YFO. We have K8GKO, Jody the Gecko, in and out there. We'll wave a hand at my neighbor 1,000 feet away. And we got K8BHQ, Benjamin in the mobile there. All right, we got a nice list of check-ins here. Let's go up and get our trivias and get this thing started. Let's start with W8HRF. I think he's got the main trivia. Josh, what do you got for us?
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Oh, excuse me a minute. Had to get a better hold on the microphone there. Good evening, Dustin and everybody on the net. Tonight's main trivia question is as follows. The opening rhythm of a famous instrumental by the Canadian rock band Rush is actually a Morse code message. What does the Morse code in the opening of their song YYZ represent? Your options are Alpha, a distress signal, SOS. Bravo, the initials of the band members. Charlie, the call sign of a Canadian radio station. Or Delta, the airport code for Toronto Pearson Airport. Let me let this drop and read it again. Again, tonight's main trivia question is, the opening rhythm of a famous instrumental by the Canadian rock band Rush is actually a Morse code message. What does the Morse code in the opening of YYZ represent? Your options are Alpha, a distress signal, SOS. Bravo, the initials of the band members. Charlie, the call sign of a Canadian radio station. Or Delta, the airport code for Toronto Pearson Airport. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Josh. I'm going to think about that one for a while. In the meantime, let's go to your alternate trivia, K8YUK. Miss Lucy, what do you have for us?
K8YUK. Here we go. It's also musical. You may have heard of the William Tell Overture, but when was the first historical reference to William Tell? A, 1307. B, 1474. C, 1570. Or D, 1691. Sorry, they're all dates, everybody, but the tidbit at the end, the factoid rather, is very interesting. So, rereading, you may have heard of the William Tell Overture, but when was the first historical reference to William Tell? A, 1307. B, 1474. C, 1570. Or D, 1691. I'll post in the blue screen. Good luck, everybody.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Lucy. Really appreciate you doing the alternate trivia tonight. And I'm going to think about that one, too. But in the meantime, let's go down here and let's get our mobile KHQ. Ben, how you doing?
KD8EPC, KE8BHQ. Pretty good, Dustin. It looks like it's about to be a real crazy storm because it's lightning all over the place. So I'm going to make this quick and go with Delta and Delta, and with that I'll give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
All right there, Ben, we got you down for double D's. You mobile safely out there, my friend, and take it easy. All right, Ben was our only mobile. Let's go back to the top. Let's talk to Ryan, KJ5MCV. What's going on, man? Did you make it home?
Well, hello, Dustin, again. This is Ryan, KJ5MCV. I was expecting number 5, but I can feel the love. boy, oh boy. You guys are awesome. Or maybe I was after the crew. Anyways, it's good to be first. Haven't had a lot of time to think about it, but I think I'm going to go with the airport code. So that was Delta. And I'm just winging it. Let's go, Charlie. So 15-something or another. Anyways, great questions tonight. You guys are always a lot of fun. And I'm not one to miss a tornado and a tackle box. That is the beacon net. The monkeys that run this thing are my kind of people. This is Ryan, KJ5MCV. And I've almost made it home. I think I got about 15 minutes. So perfect timing, whoever pulled that one. Appreciate you again, brother. Talk to you again soon, I'm sure. KJ5MCV, back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Ryan, KJ5MCV. Will you mobile safely the rest of the way home? We got you down for Delta and Charlie. And, usually I say not my circus, not my monkeys, but this certainly is my circus and my monkeys. So I guess that makes me the, I don't know, the monkey trainer or whatever. So there you go. We'll say 73, mobile safely, and get home there, my friend. All right, let's go down here to Brad now, KA0KDW. This is KD80. Take it away.
Good evening, Dustin. And everyone else with that, KA0KDW. Starting off with our answers, I'm going to go with the radio station call sign. I forgot what letter that was. And for Ms. Lucy, we're going to go with Charlie on that one. Not a lot going on tonight. Could be a busy afternoon and evening tomorrow night for me over on DMR, Fusion, P25 and NXDN, ID number 31297, 3129R7 for Southwest Missouri Regional Skywarn Digital. So we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, y'all have a great night. I'm going to go 10-7 and get some shut-eye. Oh, wait, wrong radio. We'll catch you guys later. Have a great night. 73 K0KDW.
All right there, Brad. We got you down for C and C, and boy, that sounds like you're going to be busy. I have DMR, but I don't think I got any of that programmed in my radio, so there you go. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you all down the log. Let's go to Brian now, KF8G. What's going on, Brian?
Well, I know Nick was asking about the chick magnet activity. I went to a car show up at that museum up there in Port Clinton, and it rained pretty hard for a while there. Everybody had, my car got washed. But then we stayed in Mentor, went to an autocross at Painesville Speedway. I just wanted to try it out. It's good points for my 200 points, so I'm trying to get that this year. I missed the last couple of years, so did quite well. All my decades of racing, and they put me in the novice group, and I won all but one of six. I tried something, I lost a couple tenths on the guy that was close to me, so I finished second in that one. So I got a bunch of points out of it. Fun, but smooth is fast. I was being a little too aggressive, and I slowed down a little bit and dropped the whole second, so that's what it takes sometimes. Well, with that, I think I'm going down to Mid-Ohio for the vintage on Friday, and we got a couple of car shows this weekend. One's at Amish-Store on Saturday, and another one is, I'm going to Roscoe Village. They've got one going up in Akron with Tire Town, but I like Roscoe Village better for that one. Much nicer show. Great steakhouse right there that I enjoy. So with that, I'll go ahead and turn it back to net control. KF8G. Oh, and my answer is 42, as usual.
W8WKY.
All right there, Brian. Well, it sounds like you got a busy upcoming weekend there. And I'll tell you what, when you get to that steakhouse, make sure you have a steak and baked potato for me. So we'll say 73 T. Be safe out there, and we'll catch you on down the log. All right, let's go to Mr. Ray in the customary 10th spot. K5CFY. What's going on?
KD8 EPC Internet, K5CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Dustin. Thanks for lighting up the airways. We definitely appreciate it. I'm going to go with Bravo and Delta. That's B and D. So for my guesses tonight. So anyway, but again, thanks for the great net on the Morning Breaker net today. Good to hear everybody out there on it, and especially Miss Betty. I definitely enjoyed that third-party traffic there from Miss Betty. I'll give it back to you, Dustin. Great job. K5CFY.
I'll tell you what there, Ray, that made my whole day having that third-party traffic there. Always puts a smile on my face. So we got you down for Bravo and Delta there. We'll say 73. Thanks for everything you do, and give a little Fred a scratch on the ears for us. We'll catch you there on down the log, and that's going to bring us on over here to Kelly KC0LRM. Did you get your antenna up?
Hey, Justin, thanks for getting me in there. Yeah, I kind of did some work on one of them. I got part of one up anyway, but it was sitting there funny. I was sitting there running some FT8 earlier. My SWRs went from 0 to 2 all of a sudden, so I had to shut her off so I could figure out what was going on there. But I'll do some more work on that. It's getting kind of warm outside. I think maybe something's overheating. But let me give you my answer. I'm going to say early, and my only recollection of the William Tell Overture is from Electric Light Orchestra. So that wasn't one of the answers. So that's all I got. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, there, Kelly KC0LRM. I got you down for C and C, and hopefully you get that there figured out. It has been pretty hot, so get that figured out, and that'll be all good. We'll say 73, my friend, and catch you down the log, and that's going to bring us here to Taco Tim, KI5 at TAQ. Take it away.
Well, good evening there, Dustin. My wife also says hi. Good evening to you, too, as well. I might as well get to the trivia questions right now. I'm going to go with Delta and Delta. And, of course, as we know, someone would always say double D. But with that said, with that all said, I'm just going to say wish you guys the best with the thunderstorms up there. I'm dealing with the heat down here. It's getting hotter than hell. But and we might need some of that rain to cool off. So I'll find a place way up north, like Alaska sometime. But I'll just say 7-3s for now and let you get on down the list. This is KI5TAQ.
Right there, Tim. Well, we'll say 73, and make sure you tell the better half we said hello, so we'll catch you there on down the log. All right, let's go talk to John now at W2 at JLS. What's going on, my friend?
KD8 EPC. It's just now, like, calming down the storm. I didn't shift to the radio room yet, however. So my apologies for the Echolink. Hope I'm not overmodulated or anything nasty. Thanks for that text about warm weather Wade. I will see what I can do on the 20th. I think that would be nice to see him. And honestly, that place is a guilty pleasure. I like it. I haven't been to one in years. Let's see, buddy. The trivia questions. I have to feign kind of stupid on these. I played the William Tell Overture on the trumpet for years through high school. It was one of we would march to the big overture aspect of that, and that was fun. And then I guess I'm going to go with the one that was like late 1600s, actually 1691, I think is what she said. Miss Lucy's question. And then Josh, I'm trying to remember what his question even was. I remember not knowing it. let's go with D on that. Somebody had mentioned, it's the song, right? So, yeah, somebody mentioned the airport code, I think, as choice D. I liked the idea that I'm hoping it's not SOS. That seems kind of, I don't know, maybe irresponsible. W2J, let's passing it back. Thanks for having me, Dustin, and good evening on your ears, sir.
All right there, John. Well, so great to hear you, and I hope you can make it there. Definitely let me know for sure. And I go every once in a while. I like it a lot. So we'll say 73. We got you down for double Ds, and we'll catch up there again real soon. I had another thought for you, but I don't remember what it was. So I'm just going to say 73 for now. And I do remember now. You said you're on Echolink. I'm running the net on Allstar right now on my HT, sitting at my kitchen table. So there you go. We're out of the element. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you on down the log. That's going to take me over here to the land of snow and maple syrup. AB8MO, this is KD8EPC. What's going on, Andy?
KD8EPC from AB8MO. Well, it looks like 015 is behaving itself, so it's been in transmit for a while. So pending any more interference, should be fine now. I'm still coming in on my node, though. So, the date that you picked is actually my birthday, Dustin, so that's why I was seeing if my family had anything planned. So, anyhow, I will see what I can do. I can't really make any guarantees, though, but I'll try. So, with that, let me drop it a sec. All right, with that, I think I'm going to go, let's see, Josh's, I like the idea of the Canadian radio station. I'm kind of curious if that's the answer and what exactly the call sign is. It would probably be the broadcast stations start with C as in Charlie. For instance, you can probably, if you're anywhere in northern Ohio, you could probably get CKLW on AM 800 pretty easily. It's a pretty powerful station up there just across the river in Windsor, Ontario. And you can get a couple to 50 kilowatters from Toronto pretty easily around here, too. AM 860 comes to mind, AM 740. Both of those you could probably get in the daytime around here, although it might be a little trouble getting 860 because of 850 here in Cleveland. So you get away from Cleveland, you'll probably get CFJ, I think it's CFRB on 860 and CZFM on 740. Anyway, who cares? So I'm going to go with double C's. I'm only going to pick 1570 because that's a radio station frequency 1570 in Warren, Ohio. Not sure if anybody actually ever listens to that station. I used to listen to it when it was a classic hits format, but now they're just a regular talk station, so I don't monitor it anymore. That's all I got from the land of snow and maple syrup. Thanks for picking it up there, Dustin. Wonder if I'm on the schedule for next month or not. I know you said you were thinking of penciling me in, but would like to know for sure. KD8EPC and the man behind the curtain, this is AB8MO.
W8WKY.
All right there, Andy. Well, I hope you can make it, but if not, I'll understand because it's your birthday, and you definitely deserve to do stuff with the family if that's what they want to do, and we have to have birthday dinner, too. I've got you penciled in for logging and doing the big show on the 28th of June. That's the last Sunday of the month, so pencil it in there. And I haven't gotten next month's schedule done yet. I'm still working on it. So we'll say 73 to you for now, and we'll catch you there on down the log. And that's going to bring us to Northern Mark, KC8FQV. Take it away.
All right, KC8FQV. Well, I'm going to say Delta and Bravo.
Delta and Bravo, and it's raining again out here. So I'm going to say Delta and Bravo. So K-Sub-QA, I'm going to send it back to net control.
All right there, Mark. Well, sounding good. We got you down for Delta and Bravo. We'll say 73 and catch you on down the log. WKOC was in and out. We'll say 73 to Fred if you're still listening, and that brings us over to Matt and Lorraine. KF8 to GGM. Take it away.
KD8 EPC, this is Kilo Foxtrot 8, Golf Golf Mike. Good evening, Dustin. Yeah, man. Just looking forward to field day. Pretty excited about that. Really want to help out the club, and apparently Nick has sausage fingers. The same as me. But absolutely, man. I'm gonna definitely want to help out the club. Love you guys, and thanks for taking me in. So, and again, thanks for taking my call tonight, Dustin. You guys are awesome. KF8 GGM, back to net control.
All right there, Matt. Well, great to hear you out there tonight. And before you go, I think I missed your trivia answers. Would you mind giving them to me one more time?
Yes, as always, ADHD takes over, and I forget my main mission. I'm going to go with Delta and Alpha DNA for my trivia answers. Back to you.
All right there, Matt. We got you down for DNA, and I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make field day. I may be out of town that weekend, so there you go. We'll say 73 to you for now. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. Let's jump on over here to Valley Springs now. Let's talk to RevCav, K6KJV. What's going on?
Well, hello, Dustin, and the rest of the crew and the youngins. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, as you just said. And, well, what's going on is, unfortunately, I have to start off with an apology. I wrongfully suspicioned Marcus for the QRM during the pre-net, and I was wrong this time. So mark it on your calendars, I was wrong. So, and I'm apologizing. He didn't do it this time. And Dustin, if you're in charge of the circus, you're the ringmaster. Okay, there you are, ringmaster extraordinaire. And let's see, Miss Lucy, on her question, was it 1691 when Christophorus Colombo Cornwaldo Bean discovered Spain or something? That's what I kind of remember in the archives, but you never know, whatever. You know what? That leads me to my answers. I'm going to take double D's, Delta and Delta. No matter what the answers are, in my mind, the answers are always right with double D's. So there you go. God bless 73 and Maranatha. Back to you, Mr. Dustin from K6KJV.
All right there, Mark. Kevin, we're going to mark you down for first time wrong ever. So there you go. And we got you down for double D's. We'll say God bless 73 and Maranatha to you, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. Let's go to the north end of town. Let's talk to Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. What's going on, Uncle Fred? What's up on the north end of town?
First of all, no, let me change it. I'm going to say Charlie. Charlie for both of them. I don't know much about Rush. I don't know a thing about Morse code, and that's that. So I'm just going to say Charles on both of them. And, the only Rush I ever knew of was Rush Limbaugh. I was in the country back then. Anywho, I'm going to go pick up Wade next week. He's going to spend a couple of days here. And Oh boy. See what happens. I guess he's going out to dinner on the 20th. I'm not sure. Gotta get me up to date on that. But any event, there's time. Yeah, I found another net this morning, an HF net, or yesterday. Went on there 2 days now. A Navy net, Navy veterans. I already do the submarine veterans once in a while, but yeah. Okay. Hey, break just a second. Yeah, I've been getting interested in doing my 24 hours of radio again. I was going to do it next Wednesday, but I think that's when I'm going to go pick weight up. Not sure, but I'll get it straight. In any event, thanks for all the work you guys do, you and Nick and the others behind the scenes. And let's be careful out there. KEAQFT, back to net control.
All right there, Uncle Fred. I just went to pick up my phone instead of the radio there, so there you go. We got you down for CNC, and yeah, we're going out to dinner on the 20th. It's a Saturday evening after I get off work, probably thinking around 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock, so I'll keep you posted on that. We'll say 73 to you for now. Get you down for CNC. This is KDPC with the Beacon Net. Next on the list, we're going to go talk to Curtis, WB9WVB. What's going on?
Hey, good evening, everybody on the net. Sounds like you have a really good net going. My answers are going to be Delta and Charlie on that, on the trivia, and I'll just start back over to net control from WB9WVB.
All right there, Curtis. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. We got you down for Delta and Charlie. Thanks for stopping by and giving us a number there. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. That's going to bring us on to Jeff now, KF8 to DTA. How you doing? Uh-oh, let's try that again. KF8 DTA, Jeff, are you still out there? All right, nothing heard. If you're still there, Jeff, feel free to come back and recheck with us. Let's go down and talk to Brian now. KC8YKP. What's going on down in Shelby, and how you doing this evening?
Good evening, everybody. This is KC8YKP. Not much going on. Finally got some warm weather. I love it. I live on a farm here. We finally got all the crops planted. I've been baling some hay for the cattle and keeping busy there. I'm trying to iron out. I have a 2-meter repeater down here near Shelby that I take care of. I have it connected into this net through Echolink tonight. One of the first times I've done it. It sounds good, other than I keep having the audio dropping out intermittently on Echolink, and I don't know why. But so honestly, I can't answer the questions because it was dropping just enough to where I couldn't quite fully hear the questions and all the answers. So sadly, I was trying to listen to two things at once, but I should have just connected direct into you guys to get the questions and answers. That's okay. They say if you don't know the answer, just put C, right? So I guess I'll do C for both of them. Maybe I'll get lucky. You guys are sounding good, though. Keep it up. It's a fun little net. I kind of discovered it pretty recently, but I like listening to everybody. So back to you guys, KC8YKP.
All right there, Brian. Well, we really appreciate you linking in your repeater for the net there. That's really cool. And we're going to get a reread on the trivia question, so hopefully Echolink is treating you a little better now. We've been having problems with it just dropping in general. We think something's wrong, so I don't know what version of it you're running, but we got the latest version, and it seems to have helped a little bit there. So maybe try that. But in the meantime, I'm going to have a reread on the trivia, and then I'll come back and see if you heard them better. So let's go to the top here. Let's go to W8HRF. Would you mind rereading us the main trivia question, please?
KD8EPC. Oh boy, hold on.
Uh-oh, Josh, did you drop the microphone?
Sorry, Dustin, I'm back. KD8EPC W8HRF. Oh, tonight's main trivia. The opening rhythm of a famous instrumental by... Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Tonight's main trivia. The opening rhythm of a famous instrumental by the Canadian rock band Rush is actually a Morse code message. What does the Morse code in the opening of YYZ represent? Your options are Alpha, a distress signal, SOS, Bravo, the initials of the band members, Charlie, the call sign of a Canadian radio station, or Delta, the airport code for Toronto Pearson Airport. Again, the opening rhythm of a famous instrumental by the Canadian rock band Rush is actually a Morse code message. What does the Morse code in the opening of YYZ represent? Your options are Alpha, a distress signal, SOS, Bravo, the initials of the band members, Charlie, the call sign of a Canadian radio station, or Delta, the airport code for the Toronto Pearson Airport. Back to you, Dustin.
Uh-oh. Let's try that again, K8YUK. Are you there to reread the alternate trivia?
KD8EPC, K8YUK. Sorry about that. You didn't come through. All right, alt trivia. You may have heard of the William Tell Overture, but when was the first historical reference to William Tell? A, 1307. B, 1474. C, 1570. Or D, 1691. I'll post it in the blue screen. Good luck.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Lucy. I hope I'm coming through now. Let's go back down here to Brian real quick. KC8YKP, did you happen to hear the trivia this time around?
KC8YKP. Yes, I heard the questions this time because I connected direct to you guys through Echolink this time. However, I really don't know the answers. So I wanted to say for the main trivia, possibly D. I don't really know why. And as far as for the alt trivia, yeah, let's go. Let's stick with C. Charlie, I apologize. Delta and Charlie. For lack of knowing whatsoever. So, thanks for reading them again, and maybe somebody else will get some value out of hearing them again, too. Back to you guys. Thanks again, KC8YK.
All right. Very good there, Brian. We got you down for D and C. And before you go, I just have one more question for you. What's your frequency and tone for your repeater? Because I come down occasionally, and I'll program it in the mobile.
It's 147.165. PL is positive offset or positive offset repeater, I'm sorry. 88.5 is the PL. It's just west of Shelby. It's decently high profile. So yeah, not sure how far east it travels, if you guys can pick it up or not, but if you're this way, then check it out. KC8YKP.
All right there, Brian. Thanks so much. We got that written down, and yeah, I like to come down there occasionally and browse around Glenn's surplus. So there you go. Next time I'm down that way, I'll give you a holler. So we'll say 73 for now. This is KD8EPC with the BeaconNet. Next on my list, we're going to jump on down here to West Virginia, and we're going to talk to Terry, KF8ERZ. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, good evening, Justin. This is KF8ERZ. I'm doing very well. Just enjoying being with you on the net and hearing everybody's comments and reports. For trivia, I'm going to go with Bravo and Delta. Let's go Bravo Delta for my trivia answers and see where that gets me. But thank you for taking my check-in, and thank you all for having me. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. And I'm just going to relax here and enjoy the rest of the night. So that, I'll just say 73 is God bless. This is KF8ERZ.
All right there, Terry. Well, we're glad to have you, and thanks for being a regular on the BeaconNet. We really appreciate that. We got you down for Bravo and Delta. We'll say 73. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll catch you on down the log. All right, let's jump on down here to Memphis. Let's talk to Scott, KY4NB. What's going on?
KD8EPC, KY4NB. Well, hi there, Dustin. Everybody on the BeaconNet. If I'm going to be real honest here, which I guess I'm usually not real honest, right? But anyway, I do not know the answers legitimately to either one of them. So I would pick B for barbecue, right? And and then both of them. And then I agree with Rev Kev there. They'll be right in my mind, at least. Thanks for the net. We do appreciate it. I've been enjoying listening. The weather's nice down here in Memphis, Elvis barbecue land. Back to you, Dustin, KY4NB. Back to net.
All right there, Scott. We got you on for B&B tonight. Yeah, it's not been too bad here. A little bit of rain and lightning tonight, so that's why we're on Allstar instead of on the actual radio. So there you go. We'll say 73 to you. We're at the bottom of the list. Or no, we're not. I have one more. I almost missed him. Sorry. KC8YFO. Andy, my neighbor to the east. How are you?
Dustin, doing good. Yeah, today, good day. Man, it was a little bit humid, though. You were kind of, intimidating it down there, but, man, it was humid. Actually, it was the first day I turned on the AC, so. But in some good news here, so my mom, she took the test, I think it was last Saturday that Sarah put on, and she officially got her call sign today. So we celebrated that with, we made a 6-meter antenna together. Didn't get too much there, but she helped me get up the 10-meter one. And she made 3 contacts, so New Jersey, Iowa, and I think Maryland, all on 10 meters in the technician band using her call sign. So that was really cool. Showed her some APR stuff, but either way, we had a blast. It was good hanging out with her. And last little bit, I've been out in recurrent training and stuff, and just got back yesterday. And Dustin, I owe you an email back. I super apologize for that. So I will get back to you. Also then, we got trivia. I was in between radio station ID and airport code, so I'll just go with D, and 1691 sounds like something happened that year. So I'll go with that. But back to you, Dustin, KD8EPC, KC8Y.
All right there, Andy. Well, congratulations to your mom on getting her call sign and making those fantastic contacts today. That's awesome there. So, and yeah, no worries, man. Just shoot me an email when you can. I was wondering if you got it or not. I was going to ask you, because if not, I was going to send you another one. So, Got you down for Charlie and Delta, and great to hear you out there tonight. All right, we had KGKO Jody. He came back in with his answers D&D, and you know what? If he's in there, he might be on the radio, so we're going to go talk to him anyway. KGKO, I know you said you were in and out. Are you still there, Jody?
Oh, I'm always listening. You know me. and you don't want to hear from me. Oh, we're just talking about 220. So everybody use your 220 local 220 repeaters. Check them out on the NORA220.org website. And there's a list of all of them in all the states around Ohio. All those 220 repeaters are listed. We're going to be expanding that. We're going to be having some new features on the website soon. You'll be able to look up any U.S. amateur radio call sign and get things like FRNs and expiration dates and classes, as well as GMRS. So if you want to know if a ham operator has a GMRS license, you can find that out too. All that's going to be on that website. Kind of making it like the QRZ, but we're going to have a lot more fancy features than NetLogger. So with that, back to net control. Thanks for picking me up, Nick. Sorry, Dustin. And Nick was talking to me on the blue screen. So appreciate it, and we'll catch you guys later. KEHCKO, back to net control.
All right there, Jody. Well, we love that you beat the drum for 220 there. That's fantastic. I'll tell you, I had the other HT on the other day, and I heard somebody get on there and call somebody else. It about scared the crap out of me because I left it on the table and totally forgot about it. So there you go. We'll say 73, Jody. Thanks for joining us. We got you down for double Ds, and we'll catch you on down the log. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list as it stands, and I'm ready for some more check-ins. So stations waiting to check in. Please call now.
Please check in. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike. KI5WDM, Donald in the Osage.
Kilo Golf 8, Delta Kilo, KG8DK, Kevin in Ashland.
All right, we picked up a couple there. We have KI5WDM Donald, and we have KG8DK Kevin in Ashland. Before we go talk to these people, we're going to go up here and we're going to get our trivia reread. Let's start with W8HRF. Josh, would you mind rereading us the main trivia, please?
No problem, Dustin. KD80PC, W8HRF. Tonight's main trivia question is, the opening rhythm of a famous instrumental by the Canadian rock band Rush is actually a Morse code message. What does the Morse code in the opening of YYZ represent? Your options are a distress signal, SOS, Bravo, the signals, the initials of the band members, Charlie, the call sign of a Canadian radio station, or Delta, the airport code for the Toronto Pearson Airport. Again, main trivia. The opening rhythm of a famous instrumental by Canadian rock band Rush is actually a Morse code message. What does the Morse code in the opening of YYZ represent? Your options are Alpha, a distress signal, Bravo, the initials of the band members, Charlie, the call sign of a Canadian radio station, or Delta, the airport code for the Toronto Pearson Airport. Back to you, Dustin.
W8HRF, this is KD8SLG. Thank you, Josh, for the reread. And let's get a reread on the alt trivia from Lucy. KE8YUK, KD8SLG. Go, Lucy.
KD8SLG, KE8YUK. Threw me off. I was listening for Dustin. Was it Dustin? You may have heard of the William Tell Overture, but when was the first historical reference to William Tell? Was it A, 1307, B, 1474, C, 1570, or D, 1691? Back to you, KE8YUK.
Thank you, Lucy. KEYUK, KD8SLG. All right, let's go back to Donald out in the Osage. KI5WDMs, KD8SLG. How you doing, Donald? What are your answers to tonight's trivia question, and what do you want to share with the group?
there, Donald. If that was you, I had no audio at all. You want to try that one more time?
Okay, you got me now?
That's affirmative. I've got you now. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I don't know what happened there, but my answers are Bravo and Charlie for the trivia questions, and I'm sitting out here counting satellites and waiting on my radio to get back from the repair shop so I can hunt on field day on 10 meters. So that's all I had, Dustin. Hope you got that one okay. KI5WDM, clear on your final.
All right there, Donald. All was well that time. I'm not sure what happened the first time, but you keyed the repeater. There was just no audio. But the second time I heard everything you had to say. We got you down for Bravo and Charlie. So we'll say 73 TM. We'll catch you on down the log. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net. Next on my list, we're going to go talk to Kevin, KG8DK. How you doing? Oh, well, let's try that again. KG8DK. Kevin, are you still with us?
Sorry about that. Yes, I am. I just had to put the soldering iron back down on the station so I didn't burn my little pitties. And thank you very much. I am pretty sure about tonight's trivia. I don't check in often, except the nights I'm pretty sure of the answers. And I'm pretty sure that's Toronto's airport code. And the 1474 is the William Tell. But I digress. My daughter's a English professor down at Ohio State, and we do all this trivia, the English trivia all the time, so pretty sure of that one too. Back to net control.
All right there, Kevin. I'm glad to have you with us this evening. We got you down for D and B for your trivia, so stick around a little longer and we'll find out. And don't burn yourself on that soldering iron either. So we'll say 73 TM. We'll catch you on down the log. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list, and I'm ready for some more check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Foxtrot Whiskey, KF8FW, Jim from Avon.
W8WKY.
Kilo Echo 0, Quebec Tango, KE0QQT, Richie, Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
November 8, X-Ray Kilo Delta. This is Ida from Barberton. And I was just going to say, I only kind of know the first one, and I'm going with D, which is the airport.
All right, we picked up several there. We have KF8FW, James. We have a KE0QQT, Richie. And we have N8XKD, Miss Ida. We have D for your first answer there. All right, let's go to the top. KF8FW, how you doing?
Good evening, Dustin, and everybody on the net. This is KF8FW, Jim from Avon. And on the trivia, I would say, because I have absolutely no idea, A on the first one, B on the second one. And just looking forward to this weekend because I'm building a flower pot antenna, a self-antenna, my UHF PHF HOA. So I'm excited to see how that turns out and if it actually works. And I hope everybody has a great night. 73 KF8 FW.
All right there, James. We're glad to have you with us this evening. We get you down and we'll say Can we get your answers one more time? I'm sorry, Nick missed them.
No problem. Alpha on the first question, and Delta on the second question. And I'm pretty sure I'm wrong because I'm just 73, AFA, and 70.
Down for Alpha and Delta, thanks for coming back with that. I missed them too. They went in one ear and right out the other. So we'll say 73. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you on down the log. That's going to bring us down to Richie now, KE0QQT. How you doing?
I am well, thank you for asking. I'm actually working right now, so I'm just kind of mostly just listening here. But I'm going to go with Double D, like several others have. It feels like it makes the most sense. It's got to be because it's Double D. But I'm connecting by Echolink here, and my heart is absolutely pounding because I rarely use my amateur license. So this is quite exciting. Back over to you, KE0QQT.
Well, all right there, Richie. Well, we're glad to have you, and your Echolink sounds fantastic. So glad you could come and join us at work, and come back and visit any time. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday, and I don't know where you're connected from, but you can connect from W8 WKY-R. Let me pause and make sure I'm making it through. KD8 SLG, Nick, did I make it through, or did somebody key with me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear, Dustin. It was during that last transmission, two people were keying up randomly for some reason. I'm hearing everything you got to say. It's all good, man. It's all good. KD8 SLG.
All right, thanks, Nick. Sometimes the lag in that blue screen is wild, and I got to make sure I'm making it. But yeah, Richie, thanks so much for joining us. Glad to have you with us. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And we start 9:30 with early pre-check. So stop by and join us when you can. And like I said, you can find us directly at Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee Romeo. We'll say 73 and catch you down the log. And let's go back over here to Ida, N8XKD. How you doing? And we got you down for Delta for your first answer there.
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I was real glad to hear Uncle Fred out there, and I heard Josh and Lucy. So that was great that I actually could have put faces to the names and the voices I was hearing.
That is always fantastic. I'll tell you, I always like to imagine what people look like, and sometimes it's close, sometimes it's nothing at all what I would imagine back to you.
Yeah, I've just been working on some of my recipes of what I'm going to cook for field day. So I told the guys I was going to make some scones this time instead of cupcakes. So I've got a guy down at one of the coffee shops that's all excited about that. So we'll see how he likes them.
Right there, Ida. Well, I will tell you what. If you need some official taste testers, any of us hams will be happy to volunteer for you there. Do you have anything else for the net tonight?
No, I made scones a number of times for the Scottish American Society, so Sassy's been pretty happy with them. I have one older guy that just, when I would come to the different Scottish events and bring him snacks and sandwiches, so. Unfortunately, he passed away last year, so I'm going to miss him.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, Ida, but sounds like you had lots of good times together. So there you are. Well, thanks so much for joining us this evening. We look forward to talking to you again there soon, and happy baking. We'll say 73 to you. This is KD8PC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list as it stands, and I'm ready for more check-ins. Please call now. right, it's getting to be the witching hour. Let's go talk to the net control team. KD8SLG, my president. What do you know? Give me down for Charlie and Delta.
You always do that to me. You call on me and then you have me type something when I'm supposed to be talking. I think you do it on purpose. People are savages. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Dustin and all the Beacon netizens. Good times tonight, man. Good times tonight. Glad you got to me. I'll start with trivia. I went with CNC earlier. That's Charlie and Charlie, or Charlie and Charlie. Let's see, we got 17 Sleep Still Field Day. That's going on next week. We've got club meeting Thursday night. Looking forward to that. It's going to be mostly Josh's show, talking about Field Day. Mostly. A couple other things going on. I will have the t-shirts by then. John and Lori assure me. So that should be cool. And we'll distribute those during the meeting. That's all I know about tonight, man. Getting tired. Gonna send it back to you. KD8PC is KD8SLG. Back to net control.
All right there, Nick. Well, we'll try to wrap a bow on this thing there real soon. Thanks for everything you do. Thanks for logging in. You know what? Maybe I do it on purpose. Maybe we'll never know. So there you are. We'll say 73. Well, let's go down to Josh, W8H, or actually, let's go to Miss Lucy, K8YUK. Give me your main trivia answer real quick.
KD8EPC, KD8YUK. I went upstairs to put away the food and totally forgot about the net. Main trivia, goodness gracious. Josh set it up really well. I am going to go with Bravo. I'm going to go with Bravo. Back to you, Dustin. KD8YUK.
All right there, Miss Lucy. Thanks so much, and that happens. I've forgotten about the net too once or twice. Hi. We'll say 73 team. We'll be back to you here in a little bit. Let's go up to Josh now, W8HRF. Go ahead, give us your comments, then drop and give us the main trivia answer.
W8WK.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Good evening, Dustin again. Let's see. Comments. Well, let me answer main trivia. All trivia, sorry. For all trivia, I'm going to go with Delta because that was my first thought. I think it's Charlie, but I'm going to go with Delta. 1691. Yeah, speaking about the club meeting, I am sitting here working on my presentation. So, hopefully I don't put too many people to sleep. So, more pictures, I guess, and graphics. Maybe that's the way to go. Less words. We'll see what happens. We have an operations committee meeting coming up on Sunday at 6. We're going to go over final plans for field day, get everybody on the same page, so that will be good. And yeah, it's going to be a long day of meetings. We got the XCOM meeting that day too. So, anyways, yeah, it's going to come up faster than I'm ready for, but I think we'll still be okay. I think the plans are good, and I think it's going to be a really good field day. Looking forward to it. Sign-ups on the w8wky.org for operating slots. Please sign up. Don't leave slots for other people. Everybody's like, oh, I'm not going to sign up because I'm worried that other people. I'll take an opportunity. No, you're not going to. Believe me, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. That is not a problem we historically have. So we have plenty of radios and plenty of spots. So come on down and enjoy field day. What else? I don't have too much else. So I'll let it drop, and then I'll read the main trivia and the answer. All right, tonight's main trivia question was, the opening rhythm of a famous instrumental by the Canadian rock band Rush is actually a Morse code message. What does the Morse code in the opening of YYZ represent? Your options were Alpha, a distress signal, SOS. Bravo, the initials of the band members. Charlie, the call sign of a Canadian radio station. Or Delta, the airport code for the Toronto Pearson Airport. The correct answer was Delta, the airport code for the Toronto Pearson Airport. I forgot to count up how many folks answered for each question, so I do apologize. But it does look like we had some mixed results, but there are a good number of deltas for answers. So, YYZ is an instrumental track by Rush from the album Moving Pictures. The title comes from the airport identifier Yankee Yankee Zulu associated with Toronto Pearson International Airport. While the band was flying into Toronto, the drummer Neil Peart, I'm sorry, I'm butchering his name probably, noticed that the airport's VHF navigation beacon repeatedly transmitted the identifier Yankee Yankee Zulu in Morse code. The sequence is so YY, and then Zulu is did it. So Rush incorporated this exact rhythmic pattern into the song's iconic opening, with the band playing the Morse code as a musical motif. I think I said that word right. What sounds like an unusual progressive rock rhythm is actually a real-world navigational signal that pilots would hear approaching Toronto. So there you go. Again, the answer is Delta, the airport code from Toronto Pearson Airport. Back to you, Dustin. 7-3 all. Catch y'all later. WHRF.
All right there, Josh. Thanks so much for doing a great trivia. We really appreciate it. And I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if I am going to be at field day or not. I'm hoping to be there, but I don't know for sure, so I'm not going to sign up for anything right now. So there you go. We'll say 73 to you for now, and we'll catch you on down the log. Let's go to Miss Lucy, KYUK. Go ahead and give us your comments, then drop and give us the alternate trivia answer.
Goodness gracious, this microphone is so hard to hold. Let's see. Not trivia. My brain. Traffic. This morning was pretty good. Called in smoke in the neighborhood to 911 at like 8:05 in the morning. But as I was on the phone with dispatch, it lessened and lessened and lessened, and I was like, I feel like I've made it up. So I hope it didn't seem to be like a house fire. It definitely it started out darker smoke, and it got lighter and lighter the more I watched. So hopefully they said they'd patrol, and we saw a truck go by. So I know they were out and about. Hopefully everything was fine. I imagine it was, but it sure was embarrassing to call 911 like, oh my gosh, guys, oh wait, never mind. So that's great. Went to a playground, got to see Josh's mom, Grandma Dee Dee, today. After a long while, it was good to get together with her again. Got a lot done cleaning-wise, and I'm tired. I'm out. Again, this microphone, super annoying. Can't push the push-to-talk when I'm supposed to. Also, sorry about the timeout. I'll make it quick. Kept busy today. Kids were tired. I'm tired. Went to drop off a meal at friends who had a baby recently at their house, and Betty was very excited. I fell asleep on the entire car ride, including when I got out of the car, dropped off the food, got back in the car, drove home, turned off the car in our driveway, and Betty startled awake and went, "Are we there yet?" And she was very bummed she missed the whole thing. All right, I'm going to drop and read off trivia for real this time. K8YUK returning. You may have heard of the William Tell Overture, but when was the first historical reference to William Tell? A, 1307, B, 1474, C, 1570, or D, 1691? The answer is B, bravo. In both the story and the song, Tell is presented as one of, if not the first, conspirators in a heroic tyrannicide in historic Switzerland. These early accounts seem to have been expanded by a different author in 1570, giving more details that may or may not have been made up. Regardless, this is the tale that is most popularly known. The short version is a dictator tried to take over Tell's hometown by putting up a pole, putting his hat on it, and demanding that the townsfolk bow before it. When Tell visited the town with his young son, he publicly refused to bow and was arrested. The dictator had heard of Tell's prowess with the crossbow. Note it's not a regular bow and arrow, so devised the famous dare. Tell could save both his and his son's lives if he shot an apple off his son's head. Tell successfully shot the apple, but the dictator noticed Tell had removed 2 crossbow bolts and asked why. Tell reluctantly admitted that if his first shot had killed his son, the second shot was meant for the dictator. Furious, the dictator ordered him bound, destined for life imprisonment. Since this is the short version, suffice to say that Tell escaped and did indeed assassinate that dictator, sparking a rebellion. Allegedly, Tell died in 1354 while trying to save a drowning child. So, now there you have it. The answer is bravo. Good night, 73s, and God bless. KEYUK to KDADPC.
All right there, Miss Lucy. Thanks so much for doing another great alternate trivia. Really appreciate you and Josh doing the trivias tonight. We'll say 73 to you. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you on down the log. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list here, and I'm going to make another call here. This is the last call for check-ins for the Beacon Net. Please call now.
KE9CQD, Kilo Echo 9, Charlie, Quebec, Delta. Tim up in Valparaiso, Indiana. I'm up in...
KB8LJ, in and out.
Right there at the end. If there's another station trying to check in, please call now.
KB8LJ, in and out.
W8WKY.
All right, Chuck, we got you in and out. Thanks for stopping by there. We'll say 73. Let's go talk to Tim now, KE9CQD. What's going on, man?
Well, thanks for getting me in there. Man, catching the tail end here. But got to get in to hear the answer to trivia at least, so that makes me feel a little bit better. Even though I didn't get to give mine, but I always like the trivia, like listening in. But late night here, my Wednesdays have been full lately, and had to run kids, and thankfully my daughter got her license very recently, which has been nice. So she's been able to kind of help out with her 2 younger brothers and also take herself to work and stuff. And I had a couple meetings and a Bible study tonight at the church where I pastor. And so I was there until a little after 9, got home and got those kids wrangled into bed and pulled up NetLogger in the Beacon Net, and you guys were still on, so I'm thankful for that. But that's about my day. It was a warm one up here. Mostly ran with kids all day, and there was a couple homeschool things we had going on, and then I had meetings at the church and things like that. And so now I'm just winding down for the day. Wife's at work. She's a paramedic on an AMBO, so she won't be home till sometime tomorrow, and I'm going to turn on the old Yaesu here and check into a couple other nets for the night and play some video games and call it a night. Well, that's about it for me. Thanks for getting me in tonight, guys, and thanks for running an awesome net. Always love the Beacon Net. And I'll turn it back over to Net Control. This is KE9CQD.
All right there, Tim. Well, always great to hear you, and it sounds like you had quite the day there. So great to have you with us. Enjoy your time there, and we'll look forward to catching you on and down the log. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list here. And I know I said that was last call, but this is the last and final call. Anybody else before we shut this thing down, please call now. All right, nothing else heard. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, and the BeaconNet crew, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 4496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the barometer net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Border Breaker net every day at noon Central Time. That's on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. They go a couple hours, switch net controls at the top of the hour, and welcome rechecks, so check them out if you can. With that, this is KD8EPC returning the repeater for normal amateur use at this time, and I will be clear. 73, y'all.
KC8YKP.
KC8YKP, KD8EPC, good evening.
Good evening. Trying to still sort through my Echolink issues here, but I don't know.
That's a bummer you're having Echolink problems. Have you thought about getting Allstar your repeater?
Yes, I have thought about it. I'm kind of a novice. I don't know. Sounds like you need a Raspberry Pi, and I don't really know anything about that. So I'll have to do some research, unless it's easier than.
From what I understand, you're basically using the same hardware on Echolink as you are on Allstar. You need a Raspberry Pi and a sound card that adapts to your repeater. Otherwise, it's pretty simple. I can hardly operate a computer, but I've set up ASL 3.0 on 3 different nodes so far.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wish they had a computer software for, like a Windows program, but I mean, I'd be willing to mess with the Raspberry Pi. I just don't know much about them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard. Basically, what you do, you get your Raspberry Pi, and you'll get an SD card. I think you need a minimum of 8 gigabytes, and you just basically burn an image onto the card, and then you just go in there and you change some basic settings. I mean, the worst part of it is just going to be tuning the audio settings on the repeater, really. As long as, I'm not sure what kind of repeater you're running, but you could probably even buy a pre-built cable that goes with a sound card that would hook right to your repeater. That would be pretty easy to plug in there. I mean, like I said, I've got 3 Allstar Node regular ones, and I've got one that's a high-powered one that plugs in similar to the way a repeater does, and they're pretty simple once you get it going. If I was you, I would get on the internet and look up, I forget the Masters Communications. They sell a RA series sound fob for Allstar, and that's what I like to use. It works really well.
Okay. Masters Communications, you said?
Yeah, affirmative. And if you send me an email, I can shoot you some links over to the kind of stuff I'm using. It might be a little bit helpful there. It's just my call sign, KD8EPC@gmail.com.
Can you give me that call one more? Is it GPC, or I didn't quite catch one of the last?
No problem. Sorry, I spit it off a little bit fast. It's Kilo Delta 8 Echo Papa Charlie. Once again, that's Kilo Delta 8 Echo Papa Charlie.
Okay. I was just putting it into my phone there. Yeah, I might pop you an email here tonight yet or tomorrow. Yeah, sounds good. I should switch over to, I'm talking through Echolink just on my phone here to you. I can pick up this repeater pretty well in the house here, but it's a long story, but currently I don't have another radio hooked up in the house, just the one I'm using for my Echolink connection. So by the time I mess around with changing that out, I could just stay here for tonight, I guess, on the Echolink.
Yeah, I mean, you sound fine on my end. You're not losing any packets on my end or anything, so I'm hearing everything you're saying over here. So whatever you're doing, it's working pretty well. There are other options too for Echolink. If I know you're connected right now to the W8 WKY, but you could also try November 5 X-Ray Quebec Kilo N5XQK-R. They're from Oklahoma, and they're always connected to us for the nets too. Echolink's funny sometimes. Like I said, it does work, but it's been having a lot of problems lately. Allstar is the way to go, man. It's my favorite mode for linking repeaters in different places. We were connected all over the place on Allstar tonight. In Oklahoma, the Fireside Network, a couple networks in Texas. We were on the Extended Freedom Network across the pond. So it's pretty cool. It was a pretty impressive connections tonight.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I'm still seeing Allstar. There's all kinds of nodes that are still tied into you there. My repeater out once the net ended because the audio drops were starting to get a little annoying. I was going to tell you, midway through, I switched it. I connected to K8 ARG there in Elyria, the 1467. I connected to it through Echolink, and I was having the same dropping out problem from theirs, so then I just switched back to this one. But it's in the software. At the bottom, I see the little RX icon flicker off and back on every time it drops. I mean, it could do it once every other minute, or it could do it 5 times in a minute. You know, it's just random. I don't know what the deal is, but it's something to do with my internet, or I don't know. Yeah, I need to look into Allstar. That's for sure. To me, starting out, Echolink was simpler to set up, but yeah, definitely not done researching yet.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I can't speak for everybody, but I've been running a node all night for the net. I'm not even in my shack. I'm sitting at my kitchen table on an HT right now. So Allstar works, man. It hums along as long as you got a solid internet connection. And I would check on your Echolink, make sure you're up to date on the latest version, and if not updated, I would restart your computer, maybe reset it and let it sit off for a few minutes and turn it back on. A reset does a number for you. So there you go. But yeah, if you have any questions that I can answer, feel free to shoot me an email, and I'd be happy to try to help you out with Allstar. Like I said, I can hardly use a computer, and I've set up several nodes. Fairly easy to do once you figure it out. And there's a full manual on mine that gives you like a step-to-step guide, so you can't mess it up.
Okay. I don't know what those Raspberry Pis, I thought I heard they're not real terribly expensive, I guess. I'll have to shop there. I didn't want to spend $1 million on it, but I just figured I'd use Echolink. I already have the radio and the computers. But yeah, I'd be interested to do a little research.
Depending on what Raspberry Pi you use, I'm using Pi 3Bs, and I just bought them off eBay. I think they were like $25 a piece used, and then I bought a case for another $5 or $6 off Amazon. You could probably get the whole setup and be running ready to go for $100 or less would be my guess. At least it depends on what radio you're using or what you're planning to do there. I'm not sure what radio you're using for a link now, but when I set up my high-powered node with a Motorola radio, I was in it less than $100 out the door.
Okay. I mean, that isn't too bad. I just have an old Yaesu 2800 mobile radio, which are just on low power. At my house here, I'm only a mile from the repeater. Low power is sufficient. It still gets a little warm as it goes on. I've been kind of touching it, but this radio is probably 25 years old. I think it was given to me right after I got my license. I was only like 14 when I got it in high school, so it's got some age on it. Still kicking. KC8YKP.
No way, that's super cool. Actually, believe it or not, I was 14 when I got my license. That was back in '06, so that's been 20 years ago now. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, can't go wrong with a free radio. Yeah, the AZ will do just fine. Probably. If it gets warm, maybe add a fan. That would be my only advice there. So there you go. But anyway, I've been sitting here at the radio too long, so I got to get up here, run down the hall, and start making my way towards bed. So I'll say 73 to you for now. Thanks for stopping in on the net. Thanks for linking up the repeater, and thanks for coming back after the net to say hello there. With that, this is KD8EPC, and I'll be clear there on your final.
All righty, sure. Yeah, the net's it's kind of fun. I like what you guys are doing. Like I said, I had the repeater connected in, so it sounded great, other than that occasional split-second dropout, which is just enough to make it annoying. But other than that, it sounds just like you guys are all transmitting right into the repeater. Like, it sounds good. So I wish I could figure that out. I'll have to keep studying or switch to Allstar. Hi. So, okay. Thanks for coming back afterwards. And, yeah, if you're in the area, maybe we'll see you sometime or talk to you on this machine over here. So, 7-3. Have a good one, KC8YKP.
All right there. Well, great to hear you out there. And, yeah, just an FYI for you, everybody that was running the net tonight was using Allstar. So there you go. 73, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. This is KD8EPC, and I'm clear. Have a great evening.
Duly noted on the Allstar. Same to you, KC8YKP.
on 220 KEAGKO.
W8WKY.
Good evening, Jody. How are you? KD80PC.
Not too bad. I just wanted to see if your batteries were still lasting on your HT.
You know, I've still got a full battery. I got it fully charged just before the net started here. I'm on the ICOM ID31A. It's a UHF only analog in D-Star HT, and I love it, man. It's a great radio.
Sounds cool. I think I got 15 tri-banders over here, all with the bigger antennas and stuff on them. But yeah, I want to see about hooking up the 224860 onto Echolink as well.
Allstar is your better move. Echolink works, but Allstar is way better. It's way more solid and seems to work with less glitches there. Your best bet is probably, if you can get internet at the repeater site, would be to hook the repeater directly to a sound card in a Raspberry Pi. That's the best way to link a repeater up to Allstar.
Yeah, I don't think the club's going to go for that, and there's no internet on the site, and I'm less than a mile away from the repeater, so I thought I'd maybe just have a little dedicated handy-talkie and link up that way, just because I know that there's no service out there, and I didn't want anything actually connected or actually, hooked up to the controllers or whatever at the site.
Gotcha. So your best bet is you're probably going to want to build a simplex node. What you're going to have to do is go on YouTube, and there's I don't know if they've done it with UV5Rs, but I know they've done it with the 888 Baofungs. You can take them apart and modify them. You have to hook them to a sound card, basically, and the sound card will hook to the Raspberry Pi, and it'll key the radio, and it'll receive when and all that good stuff. But I think you have to do some minor modifications to a Baofeng to make it work. Like I said, you hook it to a sound card, and then you hook that to a Raspberry Pi, and off you go.
There's a thing called a DigiRig that hooks up directly into the Baofeng, and then the DigiRig actually would hook up to your network and stuff, or your Raspberry Pi or whatever.
I got you. I've never used a DigiRig. Most of the stuff I use has been from Masters Communications. I use the RA series, but my high-powered node, it's a Motorola radio hooked to that and then hooked to the Raspberry Pi, and it's offline right now because I just don't have an extra VHF antenna to hook it up right now. But that's the method I go for building nodes. I've never built one with an HT, but like I said, there's plenty of videos available, and also if you go to the Allstar website, there's a full write-up there on how to get Allstar on a Raspberry Pi and how to change all the settings and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty comprehensive.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to do that because it doesn't seem like I got anybody that support-wise, I know that right now I'm still trying to get them to. They were supposed to be adding a 200-watt linear to the repeater to kind of get it back to where it was back in its heyday. I guess the old repeater actually was like, I think it was like 65 watts or something out. This bridge comm's only like 25 watts out, even though we got, one heck of a cool ComSpec folded 4-bay folded dipole antenna for 220, and it's at 180 feet on the tower. In fact, the antenna at 180 is just as high. I think it's equal with the top of the tower. because I think the thing's like 18 feet tall or something. Craziness, but it's really good. I mean, it could hear people from Canada, but the problem is the people from Canada can't hear the repeater because it's only transmitting on 25 watts, where before we'd have, a lot of VE3s and VE2s and stuff like that would log into the 220 repeater all the time, but now they can't hear it, so they might think it's offline or something, even though if there's Trapo, they'd be able to get in with no problem. I mean, I get into VE3000 all the time during Trapo, and since it's 'tis the season, good time to get in and play with 220.
I'll tell you, I'll have to get the 220J pull up one of these days, but I do have a 220HT, so I can at least hit the local repeater there, and that's a bummer. It only puts out 25 watts. Hopefully you'll get them to add some more there. Did they get the main repeater site up and running again? I think you said the amplifier on that one died.
Yeah, just a couple days ago, that kind of went out, and but it's back up and running. So, and they must have did something, but I don't know if they switched out to something else, or put the repeater, the actual repeater, bumped up the wattage, because normally if they got an amplifier, they lower the wattage on the repeater because it doesn't need to drive the amplifier so hard, and keeps the repeater alive a lot longer than sitting there and pounding on that power amplifier on the radio, even if it's a 65 watt radio or whatever. I don't know what they got, so I'm not privy to it, but yeah, I figured that from here I can get in with a radio that that the PA is burned out. A lot of guys have had their radios burned out, and then they would they would say, no, this radio isn't any good. But if you're as close as I am to the repeater, 100 milliwatts easily can get into that repeater.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you, that's what happened with I had that 25 watt radio, that tri-bander, and that thing just randomly burned up one day. I wasn't even really using it. I just tried to use it, and I had just no output at all. So I'm not sure what happened to that. But I got this tri-band Baofeng now that does 220, and like I said, I was listening the one day, and it scared the heck out of me. I didn't even know that I had it on, and I heard a couple of guys chatting there.
Yeah, well, hey, every once in a while, stop by and say, hey. It doesn't matter as long as you can get into the repeater. So, but yeah, the more the merrier. Anyways, all right. Well, once we, I guess, figure out something, I know that I was looking on the internet and they were talking about the DigiRig, which is, I think it's only like $59, and then you have to buy the cable pack. I think it's another $29 for the cable, but it just plugs right into the side of the Baofeng and gives you all the stuff that you need to go into the Raspberry Pi, and then at that point it's hooked up to the internet, and so then it can get Allstar and Echolink. So I think that's what they normally use, because I think it uses the same computer for both Echolink and Allstar.
Yeah, I believe so. I tell you, I've never really done anything with Echolink, but I think you can add it to Allstar, and they'll both kind of work together with the same hardware. I'll send you over a couple pictures tomorrow of what I got. I started doing a write-up, but I'm like, man, I'm not very good at writing things up. It's better for me just to show and tell and explain than to try to write up a thing. So I'll send you a couple of photos, and I'll send you a couple of links to the kind of stuff that I'm using. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to email me, call me, holler at me on the radio, and I'll do what I can to help you. But yeah, there's no easy preset, nodes that just do 220 that I can send you a link to. So you're going to have to probably build your own.
W8WKY.
Well, that's the reason why that DigiRig works so well, because it just plugs right into the side of the, where the double microphone and slash push to talk and sound all comes into that one jack, and then from there they have the cable that goes into the DigiRig, which extracts it handles the push to talk, it handles the audio into the Raspberry Pi, etc. So hoping that's the way to get it done inexpensively. So your idea of maybe buying a used Raspberry Pi might be a way to go too, save a little bit of money.
I bought these ones off Amazon. They were $25 a piece. They were Raspberry Pi 3Bs, and I'm pretty sure they were brand new because nobody had ever put a heat sink on them that I saw or ever put them in a case or anything. They said they were used, but I don't think they actually were. But you gotta have I think you have to have at least a Raspberry Pi 3. At least all the stuff I'm running won't run on a Raspberry Pi 2, so it's got to be a 3 or more, 3, 4, or 5. But it runs just fine on Raspberry Pi 3B. Right now, this one's a Raspberry Pi 4, but the other two nodes that I have set up right now are both running on 3Bs.
What that one guy was talking about that had his own repeater, I think it's YKP or something like that, but it was happening to you too. That your audio was kind of skipping in the beginning of the net, so it was really weird because when they were mentioning it, I'm on RF, so but it was just kind of skipping out. You would be talking like this, and you would miss a couple of your beginning of your words and stuff like that. So that was just happening, and I don't know if it was because of all the nodes that had WAWKYs got hooked up to it. I mean, I looked at the network map before, and it's got so many nodes hooked up to it, it's pathetic.
And I'll tell you, sometimes when you get like that, it's like that. And there's so many nodes that there's a little bit of latency and a little bit of lag, and you lose a packet here and there. It tends to happen. And it could be my internet, too, because I'm using Wi-Fi. Or, well, this one's actually connected directly into the modem, so it should be fine. But it happens sometimes. You lose a packet here and there. And I just wasn't on RF tonight because it was lightning, and I disconnected all my radios earlier.
That's what I like about my 220. It's like it's the lowest thing on the pole. So I got my 2-meter 440 J pole is at the top of the tower, and so that's this radio. But knock on wood, hopefully won't have any problem. It's also J poles are DC grounded, so basically if anything would come down the line, it should ground out to the tower, which is got 8-foot rods in the ground. Hopefully that will dissipate any issues without it coming into the shack. And then we've got grounding plates and rods and stuff that are hooked up from in the shack as well. So bus bars, that's what we got. So everything, all the radios and all the tuners, etc., are all hooked up to that bus bar, which goes right out to the tower grounding as well.
Gotcha. I've got one ground rod on the 2-meter antenna, and that's it right now because things are kind of not set up the way I want. But before the summer is through, I'm going to get things set up better. But all right, Jody, I hate to cut it short, but my node's about to do its nightly reset in about 2 minutes here. So I'm going to say 73 to you for now. Have a great rest of your evening. And like I said, any further All-Star questions, feel free to give me a call, text, email, whatever it takes there, because I'd love to see your 220 repeater on All-Star, because it'll certainly get a lot of use As a matter of fact, there was one from North Carolina, a 220 repeater hooked into the net tonight. So there you go. We'll say 73. This is KD8 EPC, and I'll be clear there on your final.
All right, 73, Dustin, take care, and thanks for the net tonight. Good job. As usual, you and Nick, KE8GKO, 73.